I'm going to talk today about the INFJ strength of being serious about responsibility and going above and beyond duty. And when I thought about this, I thought if having a lot of responsibility means that you are serious about responsibility, then I definitely am that. A lot of responsibility, as many people do. I am, a wife, I'm a mother, I run my own business, I have you guys. I'm not responsible for you guys, but I feel like I'm responsible for portraying myself as authentically as possible, and just giving you good things to watch and listen to. But responsibilities, there's many of them once you become an adult, and it can be a bit overwhelming. But for me, I definitely have, an idea of what I want my day to look like, what I want my week to look like. And I have a plan of how I'm going to get that done. And it is, I'm losing my train of thought. I think that I take on a lot of responsibility and decide that I want to do a lot of things because, my mind is so busy and I have lots of plans and lots of ideas, and I want to see those things be worked out. And also, there's a side of me that is perfectionistic, and I feel like if I don't do it, it won't get done right. So nobody can do it like mama does it. And I also want to please people, and some of that can be to a fault. I want to please people. I want everyone to be happy around me. I want everyone in my life to have a lovely life, and I want peace, and I want harmony. So I will take on a lot of responsibility and be serious about it and make sure it gets done in a way that I feel is going to make every situation perfect. So there's this idealistic idea of what your life is going to look like and what my life is going to look like. And if I take care of it all, then it's going to be that way because I know exactly how to do it, because in my mind it shows me this picture of how it's going to look and how the bills are going to get paid and how the house is going to be cleaned and boring things like that. And it becomes so much a part of your routine, these responsibilities. You kind of forget about them because you just do them. They become like driving a car, when all the bills are due, when everything, it's just so ingrained that we just do it. But the flip side of this for me is that I learned very quickly and it became very evident to me that I had far too much responsibility after my dad died, and I had what I like to call core meltdown. I realized that in a state where I was not, perfectly balanced and controlled, and I really lost control of my emotions and kind of myself after my dad died, and I just really couldn't balance everything out. And then I realized that I have way too much responsibility. So I had to make a list of all the things I was responsible for and then decide which things were actually mine to be responsible for and which things I needed to delegate out. So I still have to do just a constant analysis of what is mine. What is my responsibility? What do I want to take on and what do I want to do in my home? What things that need to be done, because there are things that need to be done, am I going to take sole responsibility for, and what else can I ask my husband or my children to do? And then also, in just my personal emotional life, what am I responsible for? I'm not responsible for other people's emotions. I'm not responsible for my family's happiness. I'm not responsible for their irresponsibility or forgetfulness. And what I am responsible for is myself, and for how I feel and how I react and for what I get done. So I feel like, we need to really sit down and have an analysis of what we are in charge of, what we think is our job, and what actually is our job. And remember to leave the guilt that comes with letting someone else's responsibilities go and not taking them on yourself. And that idealistic and perfectionistic side sometimes has to remain unsatisfied. Not everything is going to turn out the way you want. Not everything is going to look the way you want it to look. If your partner decides to take over something for you because you've said this is too much for me, and you've asked for them to do it, you kind of have to let them do it in the way that they would do it. So I guess that's all I have to say about that. Carefully look at your list of responsibilities. We can take on too much. We can do too much at home, at work. We can be excellent employees, but we can't do other people's work for them. Have a great day, guys. Once again, we have Leo here with us, and he's just loving me up as usual. See ya.